Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling Fans International Association is back. That's right, the premier fan club association of the 1970s and 1980s has been revived and is back in business. Join today. It's free at thewfia.org. That's THEWFIA.org. You can also join us on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/WFIA 1969. Welcome back, everybody, to the 1987 Supermod. I am your host, Brad Drake, and this is the World Wrestling Association. That's right. It is Dick the Bruiser and Wilbur Snyder's World Wrestling Association out of Indianapolis, Indiana. And today's show, for those of you that have been paying attention, especially since the last show just a couple days ago, we have zoomed right along here to February of 1988. Now, as I told you when I first started playing this save, I would go ahead and play this save also for pleasure and not necessarily record every move. So here we are. We are updated to February 1988. I'm sure you're wondering about the annual awards. We'll take a look at them. Stan Hansen won Wrestler of the Year. Demolition won Tag Team of the Year. Kensuke Sensaki won Young Wrestler of the Year. Oh, skipped Veteran Wrestler there. Terry Funk won Veteran Wrestler of the Year. Bull Nakano won Female Wrestler of the Year. Independent Wrestler of the Year oddly went to Barry Windham. I've never seen that in this game before. Usually it's the small companies, but in this case, I guess because it was medium size, Barry Windham from the NWA won it. Very strange. Company of the Year went to All Japan Pro Wrestling. Understandably so. Most Improved, there was no winner. Probably because there was nothing to go off of. Match of the Year was a six-man tag of Ricky Steamboat and the British Bulldogs over Randy Savage and Demolition. Card of the Year was All Japan's Summer Action Series Tour 2, and it was Show 9. Manager of the Year was Bobby Heenan. Announcer of the Year was Ichiro Furutachi from All Japan Pro Wrestling, I believe. And Color Commentator of the Year was won by Bobby Heenan. So Bobby Heenan cleaned up here, everybody. And Referee of the Year was none other than David Manning of World Class Wrestling. All right, so let's check out our save here and get back to business. None of our titles have changed hands. Scott Rechsteiner continues his title reign here. And at this point, he is at a 1.5-year title reign, everybody. So that is pretty impressive. So, good for him. So, 1.5-year title reign. He continues to get better. We can look at the prestige. The prestige of the title continues to go up. And our World Tag Team title is still held by Jerry Blackwell and Baron von Raschke. And they obviously are in, what do we got here? 7, 8, 9 months of their tour. So, of their title reign, sorry. So a very successful title reign for Blackwell and von Raschke. We did make some roster changes here. We have put some wrestlers on the shelf for 6 months. That includes Don Kent. It also includes Miss Bunny Love and also Paul Christie. And Johnny Stewart got hurt. Johnny Stewart is going to be out for a long time here with some ankle ligament damage. So we're not going to see him for a while. All right. What else should we go over here? What else can we go over here? We have some storylines right now. Boris Zhukov is chasing Scott Recksteiner for the World Heavyweight title. That's been an eventful feud. Muhammad and Wildman are battling Chris Adams and Terry Taylor around the circuit, which for us is two towns. We're running Chicago and we're also running Indianapolis. Yet we have world-class titles, everybody. Sheik Adnan LKC and the Great Wojo have been challenging for the World Tag Team title against Baron Von Raschke and Jerry Blackwell. We can go ahead and take a look at some of our tours here. You can see the upcoming tours. I like to do this. Some of you may not like to do this, but when I do a small save like this, a small, fun, intimate save with a small roster, we're not running too many towns, I will do repeat matches, right? Recurring matches, sometimes up to 4 of them, as you can see with Lance Strong and Abdullah the Great. That's the way they really did things in the real world, everybody. That's exactly how they did things, was you utilized that roster. So every week we're running in the Tyndall Armory in Indianapolis, right? You can't give them the exact same matches every week, and you're limited to how much you can shake things up, but you can give them recurring matches. First one's a double count out, second match is one guy wins, third match, another guy wins, then you have the big rubber match, right? So that's kind of the format that I like to go with. It helps keep things interesting and frankly continues to raise the popularity of people. One other thing I've developed here, I don't know if I went over it in the last show or not, but I've opened up the shows with 2 6-minute matches. They're essentially squash matches, they're a little bit longer, and then we're just using local hired help for the matches. So, everybody is getting along here pretty well and gaining in popularity. Let's take a look at Abdul the Great just for the heck of it. So, you can see his popularity has gotten much higher in the Great Lakes where we're at, 41. Let's take a look at Chris Adams. Let's see how he's doing. He's at a 51, so you can see how heavily he's gained since coming to the territory. He's doing very well. Now, I don't want to hear any accusations, anybody, of he's going ahead and changing it, and he's cheating the game. I'm not doing anything like that at all. This is all organic. These gains have all come organic. So I don't want to hear he's cheating. He's cheating. I don't want to hear it because that's not the case at all. So you can see here how DJ Peterson has come along to a 46. And one of my big signings here, everybody, and again, I haven't edited anybody's contracts. All their contracts are legit. Is we signed David Schultz, and he is excellent. And I do mean excellent for us. So he's on a tear here. He's been challenging for the title a little bit on some of the house shows. The guy is doing fantastic. Let's take a look at our contracts here. Another update. George Cannon, I had to let him go. His contract got too damn big. He wanted like $700. It wasn't going to happen, so I let him go and I actually signed Ken Resnick. And we got Ken Resnick for a lot cheaper, $220 per show. So Ken Resnick is now handling our interviews. So our highest paid wrestler here, everybody, is David Schultz at $940 a show, which is a lot of money. Baron Von Raschke, $760. Chris Adams, $740. Blackwell, $700. We're actually losing money on most of our television tapings, but that's just how it goes with the television tapings, using a small venue like we do. We did expand. I put a little bit of money into expanding out the WRTV studios up to 400 people, so that does help. We could potentially draw about 600 for television tapings, so it helps. All right, here's our finance. And again, everything is on the up here. We have crawled out of debt, everybody. We have crawled out of that $250,000 of debt that we were in. We're actually sporting $121,000 on hand here. So we have taken the WWA out of the red and taken it into the black. Now, I'm going to point out something that's really helped us. We're running spot shows, but essentially I'm running St. Ignatius Gym in Chicago every other Tuesday, where we would normally do TV tapings. Because remember, we're taping TV tapings for 2 weeks, and then for 2 weeks there's no tapings. So every other Tuesday, outside of the TV tapings, we are running St. Ignatius Gym in Chicago, decent sized high school in Chicago. I think it's an 800 or 900 person crowd. And check out this winning formula here. We're only running 4 matches in these spot shows. Okay. And so we are making a lot of money because we're not paying additional wrestlers. So these four match cards are making a big difference and making us some money. So it's a success. It's a successful formula. I'd suggest if you're running one of these small independent promotions too, that you give it a shot because I think it's a good formula. And if you look at old cards from actual shows, that's pretty much what they did. You would see like shows that the AWA ran in Wisconsin, and they would only have like 2 or 3 matches on the card. So it's realistic. And again, our investments, we have, like I said, we've put some upgrades into WRTV Studios so we can seat 400 for the show. So it's a good deal for us. We could bring it up to 600. I might consider that because then essentially that would be a $6,000 gate for the shows. We wouldn't lose too much money then that way. But there's no rush to do it, but I'll look into it. Creative. Let's take a look at creative. Scott Recksteiner is obviously the most popular here, which is good. Chris Adams, Terry Taylor. They've been working as a tag team. We got a fun little territory here, everybody. We still got a mix of the older wrestlers, too, such as Baron Von Raschke. So we have a really good mix here. And David Schultz has been a major player, and I'm considering putting the title on him. But we'll see here. All right, hot prospects. We signed the Nasty Boys. There's the young Taz, also known as the Tazmaniac, using him for enhancement. I like Rick Sampson. We've been partnering up with Dick the Bruiser. There's Redbone. Redbone is an enhancement talent. Ring Generals, Terry Taylor, Chris Adams, of course, at the top of the list. We got a really good roster here. And my man, Ron Powers, we're continuing to build him. Check out this match history. I think he may have been in a draw. That's probably about it. Yes, 1 draw. So 36 wins, 1 draw since he's been with the WWA. So Ron Powers is doing great. And I got a lot of high hopes for this man. We're going to continue building him up. We'll check his popularity. He's all the way up to 44. So this guy's doing great. So we're scooting along with this save. And it's been a fun one to play since there's only 2 shows a week. So it's pretty easy to play. And that's why we're all the way into February of 1988. One thing they showed here was that Hulk Hogan, who lost the World Heavyweight title to Road Warrior Hawk, he has won the Royal Rumble. So you can see it here in his achievements. It should be in. There's achievements, yes. Oh no, it's not. Regular title. I guess it's not listed as a title. That's a little strange. Just showed me that he won the Royal Rumble. I know when I programmed it in there, I programmed it as either a title or an achievement. Pretty strange. I don't know. Anyway. All right, so that was just a quick look around the game world, everybody, to see what's going on and see how we've upgraded and updated. And things are going very well. I'm very pleased with what we've got going. We also changed our product over to a 3-ring circus. Seems to be working a little bit better for us. And we're running main event spotlight, of course. Still, things are working out for the WWA here. So that's going to do it for us, everybody, for this one. For those of you that are looking for more, you can find it on Patreon, patreon.com/PowerCast Network. For just $5, everybody, the cost of a cup of coffee. You can get access to all of our shows early and YouTube ad-free. You can also get access to all of our spreadsheets and version 10.1 of the Supermod itself. It's a heck of a deal, everybody. We continue to gain more and more subscribers every month, and I think you will dig it. Also, check us out on social media, facebook.com/groups/1987supermod. And don't forget, we're also on Reddit under the subreddit of TEW 2020 Friends. We are also on Discord under 1987 Supermod. For those of you that are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and leave us a message below. Let us know you found the channel, what you think of us so far. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.